What's up, guys? I decided to do a reading to see why white people in America are racist. Before you say anything, I know that this is not about all white people. One thing's for certain, one thing's for sure, white allies matter. And the reason why I say that is because the Civil War, there were abolitionists who were white. There were white people who fought alongside black people for human rights issues, and they still do to this day. And guess what? They are needed. They are appreciated because one thing's for certain, two things for sure. This is not just a black issue. This is a good versus evil issue. So when you recognize evil being done and you do nothing, then you've allowed evil to prevail. But when you see evil done and you do something, then you're a good person as well. You want to do something about it, whether you're white or you're black, period. With that being said, I pulled some cards and it pretty much justifies what I already think, but I'm gonna share the results anyway. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. So look at this card and tell me what you see. What do I see? I see the lion here. This lion represents Judah, the tribe of Judah. The lion represents strength. The lion represents power. The lion represents the children of Israel. And basically what it's saying is strength, power, authority. White people are afraid of our strength. And the rest of these cards will reveal why. But racist white people, have an issue with black people knowing who they are and what that will mean, and the power that they entail, and the power that we entail spiritually, and behind knowing who we are and why we were created. The first card that came out, the High Priestess. What do you see here? Yin Yang. What else do you see here? The Alpha and the Omega, the book. Again, what does that tell you? That is energy of chosen ones. That's the energy of power. That's the energy of biblical knowledge. That is the energy of spiritual wholeness and knowledge. And what it said in the book when I looked at it is hidden knowledge. So what this means is some racist white people, they may have some knowledge about who black people are more than some black people. They know that once we figure out who we are, again, we tap into power, we tap into authority, and what that power and authority may mean for them. But, again, this here is in the book. As it pertains to who we are as a spirit, who we are as a people, the chosen ones, again, some of them know this information. They know that the power that the black people entail, so they use other white people as pawns. They fill them with racism and hate, so to distract us or to distract them from knowing who we really are. But again, the key players, they know the power that we have, especially as it pertains to our heritage, as it pertains to who we really are and what we can do for this world. I had a dream that I was on the bus with other people and we were traveling past, we were just on the bus trying to get past everything, and we had to pass through a racist town. And racist white people, they were like dogs, like hounds, like on the ground, just growling on the ground. And they had a chain, they had like a collar around their neck. And another white person was holding and controlling the collar. So these white people, they're like on the ground growling like hounds, like animals, vicious animals. And they were being controlled by other white people. That dream to me, it was showing exactly what's happening with racism. It's controlled by white people, it's done by white people, and controlled by other white people. So again, the people on the outs, the people you see on social media talking crazy, all lives matter, very vocal about their beliefs, they're just the lower level pawns. They are being controlled by, again, the key players who knows exactly who we are and what we can entail and the power that we have as the chosen ones, as the people of Israel, as the children of Israel. Then the Seven of Cups came out. Look at this. This is mental anguish. This is illusion. This is poison. This is toxicity. This is worry. So with the Seven of Wands, the notes that I wrote down for this one is, the Seven of Cups is someone who's like restless, someone who's worried, someone who is being tortured by what will happen when these people, or if these people, black people, find out who they are. What's going to happen to me? So they have these scenarios, these illusions in their head. This is like an illusion in the background. They have these illusions in the background about what's going to happen. What does it mean for me when black people figure out who they are? When the children of Israel, when the chosen ones, look at this book, Alpha and Omega, yin yang. When the chosen ones become whole, when the chosen ones figure out who they are, what does that mean for me? They may even be worried about their women. Look at this in the background. They may even be worried about that, but it's very torturous type energy of them being tortured as to what would happen to them if black people found out who they were. Then we have the Six of Wands. What do you see in this? What's that? A lion. Another lion, another energy of the tribe of Judah. The Six of Wands represents forces and balance. This represents success. This represents victory. So again, having knowledge of who black people are. Once black people gain this spiritual knowledge of who they are and they become one with their spirits, they become one with their bodies, and they have a higher power. And they tap into this higher power. You know, they say magic all the time, black girl magic or black magic and all this stuff. But it's not magic, it's spirituality, it's power, it's something that we entail as chosen ones. Anyway, they're afraid of what's going to happen. They're afraid that we will get victory, that we'll get success. But the Two of Swords is next. The Two of Swords represents understanding. Again, this is just reiterating balance through understanding who you are as the tribe of Judah. Balance through understanding who you are as a chosen one, and as it pertains to black people. Balance and peace and calm and knowing who you are and knowing the power that you entail. Then we have the Eight of Wands. They're also afraid that once we get this balance of power, once we get this knowledge, once we all as a collective get this knowledge of who we are and we balance ourselves and we start operating in our power and operating in our chosen capacity, that we'll elevate very quickly. That we'll rise in the ranks very quickly. So while all of this is positive for black people, the white ones, the white racist people, and not all white people, the white racist people, they're afraid of that power. They're afraid of what that power does to them, or what black people accessing their power does to them. But as chosen people, as people who are the Alpha and the Omega, once you access this type of power, once you access and you become whole with who you are, you learn to diffuse the ego. So as you become one with your spirit and whole and knowledge and power of who you are and closer to God, being a vessel of God on earth and actually operating as a vessel of God on earth, the ego goes away. So what they're afraid of may even just be an illusion. Again, an illusion, a dream, a fallacy, something that's not real. So this mental anguish that these white people who, have, white racist people, it's not even real. So that's why we have words like white supremacy. That's why we have words like white power. That's why we have words like the dominant race. It's because it's false information, it's fallacies. You ever heard of people having to say, somebody just throwing something in your face over and over again to prove something? Like if they're trying to pressure you to join their network marketing program, they're trying to enforce you, oh, me and my husband are in love, me and my wife are in love, love every day. Sometimes people try to over-enforce these ideologies because they're covering something else up behind it because it's not real. So they have to try and force it into being real. So these words like white power, these words like supremacy, these words like dominant race and things of that sort, it's done to cover up the truth. It's done for them to maintain or elevate their confidence, and to keep the confidence level of black people down, so that we don't figure out who we are, and that the world doesn't figure out who we are. Because once they do figure out who we are, things change. Once we figure out who we are, our lives change. We tap into our power and we learn to use it. But again, once you come close to being whole, being one with your masculine and feminine energies and your spirit as it pertains to the work, you're not vindictive. The ego is gone and you focus more on your purpose. So really they have nothing to worry about. But again, they're in a state of illusion, so they're worried. I hope this helps, guys. I wish you the best. What are your thoughts? Peace.